I've got another video for you. It is on Baalbek. So we're back looking at sites that I've looked into about 3 or 4 times. It is on something specific though. Somebody that I've been subscribed to for a few months. I just saw a video and it just kind of got me back up a little bit. I just wanted to point a few things out. I will mention the channel's name, so it's called Wandering Wolf. It's up to you what you do with that. But I have to shrink the image and put something around it. I'm only using about 20 seconds of it. Okay, so I've mentioned his name and that's that.
Look at this. These things are massive. Look how perfectly they're fitted together. It looks like a crack, it's just weathering. They're fitted perfectly together. Okay, so I want to show something here with these, the way these are fitted together on these huge stones. You've got right here, the way that they're cut in and then just perfectly fitted. I mean, I don't even know if that's a seam. I don't even know if that's a seam. That's how tight that is. If this is one piece.
Now, what it is, because people like this, they're constantly talking about how these huge blocks were lifted into position. His main point is just how precisely fitting together that these are. So it's another one of those points that they always make, this ancient technology, like we will be going out and carving huge blocks away from a quarry and making them so precise. For some reason you would need them to fit together, which is just... Now, when he showed the hole at the side there, similar to the image that I'm showing here, I think that this has been pressed out from the forms. Right, so you'll box in a formed area and you can pour your concrete into it, right, and then you seal it or something like that, something like what I'm showing here. So that's all it is. Yeah, there's no special about it. It is intelligent work. It's how we do it today. We're very advanced today, and they were advanced then. We're not lifting 1,000-ton cut blocks away from miles away just to fetch them to a site and lift into position. What's the point in doing that? But the reason why it's fitting together so precisely is because it's concrete, it's a mixture, right? So you pour it into a formed area and then it will just fit right up to the next block, won't it? Or maybe you pull what's separating each block away from each other as it's drying, not completely dry, so you pull the divider out and the weight alone will squash it into position and make it fit absolutely perfectly. It's not rocket science, right? Well, just taking a look at this rock, well, concrete, I mean, anybody with half a brain can see that this is concrete, right? I don't need to keep pointing it out to you. We all know what concrete looks like, even if it's ancient. We can all see the stones in this and even the mixture, and when it starts to erode, it breaks down like concrete. It's all over the floor. They're all pieces around the same size, like what you get, like what I'm showing here. Anyway, I did make a video on trying to explain what possibly could be the large blocks within this sanctum here that I'm pointing out, because they are perfectly level on the top. Right, so they would either be what I tried explaining is that they may have even dug down to the actual foundations of this site, the higher foundations, maybe an older site, yeah, like what I'm showing here. When you dig into the ground and you pour your foundations, you dig a trench out of the ground and then you pour concrete in, because that would be perfectly level all the way across, wouldn't it? You might have your dividers in the same way as this, and over time, as it hardens and there's a bit of movement, then you might get them breaking down into large blocks. That's the way that I explain it. In fact, I will share at the end 3 links to previous Baalbek videos that I've put out on YouTube before, rather than sneak them on the end of this. I don't want to keep showing all my best images on this video, because it's information I've put out a couple of times before. We'll just keep it on what I'm explaining here. Okay, it's a new month, March. I just want to say before I finish, in Innovative Fence Products, I remember about 2 months ago you sent me the email explaining exactly who it was. I had you down as Daniel. I hope I got that correct last month. That's all. Thank you, everybody. There's a link in a pinned comment, or you can send us a super chat if you like this work. Goodbye.